Hi, I'm Teresa, and this is my life. So I've been debating for a long time, probably honestly about 3 years, maybe not quite 3 years, whether or not to come onto YouTube and start a channel. I decided that, you know what, it's finally time, so here I am. You may be asking yourself, well, what is your channel? Let me explain. I am sick. You may not be able to tell by looking at me, and that is because I have a disease that is considered an invisible illness. I actually have multiple invisible illnesses, and that's kind of why I wanted to make this channel. I wanted to come on and basically show the world what it is like for someone with chronic illness to live day to day. Basically chronicling my life, my ups and downs, what I'm dealing with, what I have to deal with emotionally, socially, physically, doctor's appointments, medications, treatments, all sorts of things, because there's so much stigma and so much misunderstanding around invisible illnesses. And people look at me and say, well, you don't look sick. I mean, yes, I'm very pale, but even when I don't have my makeup on, I mean, I might look kind of haggard and kind of tired, but I don't look like I'm chronically extremely ill. Like, I'm not like somebody who has a physical disability. I still have my hair, you know. Sometimes cancer patients, you can tell because they lose their hair. Not all, but you know, I'm not in a wheelchair. I don't always use the aid of, our external thing to help me get around and move. And because of that, a lot of people don't really understand what it's like for me and what I have to deal with going on inside my body all the time. So, and I know there are many, many, many others out there like me who are suffering from invisible illnesses. I'm sure that you may know somebody. It could be your sister, it could be your dad, it could be your neighbor, your pastor, your employer, your garbage man. You know, there are many, many different types of illnesses in this world, and a lot of which cannot be physically seen. So I wanted to come on here, basically raise awareness for those of us who are sick and who are battling with chronic illnesses every single day of our lives, and basically educate the public what it's like. And maybe in my documenting my life, I'll be able to help others who are like me, whether or not they've been, maybe you're struggling and you haven't been diagnosed yet, or you are, you know what is wrong, but you just feel alone, because trust me, I get that. It's hard, so that is what this channel is going to be about. I'll do a little introductory of myself really quick. Basically, who I am, like the basic info about myself and what my diseases are, and kind of what kind of channel this is going to be and where it's going to go. So, as I said, my name's Teresa. Teresa Steichel is my full name, actually. I'm 28 years old. I will actually be 29 in the end of October. It is now August 15th or 16th. I'm not exactly sure what day I'm recording this, but it's like mid-August, so I'll be 29 in a couple months. But I have been sick, like chronically ill, since I was 15 years old. So majority of my teens, all my 20s so far, I've been ill. And I don't mean just like, a little sick here and there. I mean very extremely ill. It's been a long road, and it's been a hard road, But like I said, that's why I'm wanting to come on here and share my story to show others that you're not alone. And for those of you who do maybe know someone with chronic illness or live with chronic illness, you'll be able to better understand them and, you know, just maybe get a better insight of what it's truly like, what we go through on a day-to-day basis. So basically, what illnesses do I have? I'm pretty sure that's kind of what you're all wondering right now. Before I get to that, I'm just going to say that this is just an introductory video. So I am not going to be going into depth in things. The way I want my channel to go is there will be a few videos like this, especially in the beginning, basically explaining what my illnesses are, kind of going more in depth about like my story of from birth to now, you know, like of my illnesses and stuff like that. So that will be like one video, and then I'm going to do separate other videos that delve more into the individual illnesses themselves, how they affect me, and information about them for those of you who maybe are curious. So then after the videos where I'm basically going over, like talking to you like this, just sitting down talking about different things, I plan to then kind of morph into more of a day-to-day life, like what I live on, so like a vlog, basically a daily vlog. Most likely it'll be once a week that I'll be posting. Just honestly, I don't know if I can physically handle more than that. But I'm basically thinking of what I'm going to be doing is filming throughout the week of just different things that I'm dealing with, what it's like, and then putting together this, you know, like compilation of the week, and that'll be the vlogs. So weekly vlogs, I guess, is what you'd consider them. I don't even know. I don't know what the terminology is, but that's what I'm thinking of doing. I just figured that would be the most realistic way to show you guys how it's like, you know? Basically, what illnesses do I have? I have a whole long list of things that I could ramble off. I'm going to only tell you the major ones, because I do have a lot of like minor illnesses, but they're more so symptoms of the major ones that I have. So let's see. I guess I'll go by what I was first diagnosed with. So I don't even know if I would consider these really major illnesses, but I have flat feet, which that's not really an illness, it's just a physical deformity, but it affects my life greatly, and I'll explain in a different video why that is and why that's important in my story. I was diagnosed with lactose intolerance when I was a kid, but again, that's really nothing compared to my other stuff, you know? I'm trying to think, like, one thing I will tell you guys right off the bat is I do struggle with something called brain fog, and that is because of multiple illnesses that I have do cause this. So there will be times where I'm just blank, and it's like, I don't remember anything. I'll lose track of what I'm saying, or I'll say the wrong word, mix my words together. Mid-sentence I'll be talking and just be like, what was I saying? So just letting you guys know, if you see that, that is why. So, okay. Back to the illnesses. Lyme disease. That was the first very major illness that I was diagnosed with. So, Lyme disease. I have polycystic ovary syndrome. I have very, very severe endometriosis. Hypothyroidism, which then we found out later is actually Hashimoto's disease. What else? Oh, IBS, depression, like clinical depression, and something called IC, which is, I can never pronounce the stinking word. Interstitial cystitis, maybe? I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's called IC, basically sensitive bladder syndrome. So that's a fun thing to deal with. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Oh, the major one. Chronic fatigue syndrome, or ME, which don't even ask me how to say ME, you can Google it, because there's no way I'm saying that, but it's basically like the more proper term for chronic fatigue syndrome, I guess. I believe those are all my major illnesses. Oh no, I lied. I also have something called pelvic floor dysplasia and something called vulvodynia. So again, I will get into more of those later, but that's the basic overview of my-ness, who I am, what I deal with, you know, that kind of thing. Oh, a few more things I did want to go into about myself on this video as an introductory, so I'll probably talk about it again later, but this way, like, it really just explains me from the get-go. I do live with my dad. Yes, I am almost 29 years old. Yes, I still live at home. The reason for that is solely my health. I am too sick to support myself. I have been too sick to support myself ever since the age that normally you would start supporting yourself, basically. Like I said, I've been sick since I was 15 years old, and I've honestly never really had a break. I'm unemployed currently, and I'm not going to school. And again, these are all due to my health. I'm a college no, I'm not a college graduate. God, I wish. I'm a high school graduate, and I have some college, but I was never able to get a degree due to health complications. So that's kind of where I am right now. Most of my life is spent at home taking care of my animals. I will do a whole other video about that. I am an animal, like, obsessor. I love animals so much, and I am a person who likes more of the unlovable animals, so like the reptiles and the invertebrates, like bugs and stuff like that, sharks, and just the weird, like, ugly animals. But then, of course, I love dogs and cats and horses and cows and goats and everything you can think of in between. So yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot of my animals on my channel. And that's basically how I spend my days, is just, you know, caring for my animals, trying to take care of my body. I'm in a very serious relationship. I have been dating my boyfriend, Josh, for 4.5 years now, actually. Going on 4.5 years. We are long distance. We've been long distance from the beginning, and he is my first ever real relationship. He's my first kiss. I was 24 when we met. So yeah, I was 24 before I had a boyfriend and before I was kissed or anything like that. But yeah, that's what it is. But we definitely plan on getting married eventually. It's just, you know, things are just not great. Not between us, like, we're great, but just things outside of us are not great. So eventually we're gonna get married, but you know. But yeah, we're long distance. He is in the military. He works with the he lives in Idaho. I live in Oregon. I actually live in the Portland metro area. He lives in the Boise metro area. So, you know, it's not like we're, like, crazy far. It's about a 6 to 7 hour drive. So it's like 400 and something, like 408 miles or something like that. And it only takes, like, a 45-minute flight. So we're not terribly far, but we don't get to see each other that often, unfortunately. Yeah, that's basically just about me. Thank you so much for watching this. I apologize about the fact that it's probably really bad quality. Okay, this is really funny if you see my setup. I'm sitting at the base of my stairs. So, like, literally the stairs are right, I'm leaning against them, and the tablet, I'm filming on a tablet. So that's another reason why it's grainy. It's not even like a really high-end tablet. It's one of those, buy a phone and get 99-cent tablet, or get a free tablet if you go with our service. It's one of those tablets. And I have a flashlight right above it on the stair next to it, and my phone flashlight literally right next to my tablet to have light on me, because even with the light on in this stairwell, it's really dark in my house, and this is really the best place that I could think of to film to get the most light. So I do apologize if my video is kind of like, ugh, hard to watch. I do plan on eventually getting, like a vlogging camera. So thank you so much again for watching my video. Please subscribe, thumbs up. I would really very much appreciate it. And stay tuned, because I'm going to be posting more videos about specific health things soon. Bye. Thanks. Oh gosh.